Welcome HD Nation to another Tutorial Tuesday. Now this one, again, we're going to be talking about the Vesuvius deck and some of the things inside of it. This one is going to be about a card that has two parts. One, it says once. The next thing it says constant. What does that mean? Basically, once is right when you play it, immediately when you play it, increase morale by 300 points if Peter resides in Russia. Okay, so if he resides in Russia, you get that 300 points right away. You cannot hold on to that. That's one time, right away. The constant, though, says if Peter occupies a land with a coast, increase your defense by 500 points. So, of course, morale is only counted once, one time only, like most cards. Charlie Chaplin allows it to happen every turn. But if it says once, one time, and then the constant is the strength is increased if he's in a land with a coast. So anything that resides with water on the side, it gets to claim that second part of his ability. Or something like algebra, again, this would go in the active area, and it says increase your morale by 300 points. Right away, you get 300 points. The second part is constant, increase strength from your civilization by 300 points while this card is in play. So your whole civilization increases by 300, either attack or defense, either one's strength, by 300 points, as long as that's in play. Someone like this one is actually once for every opposing politician, decrease your morale by 200 points. So anybody that has a politician in any of their lands, you get an extra, or they get to decrease their morale by 200 points. So any one of them, doesn't have to just be one opponent. It could be if you have 4 opponents, any one of their politicians will decrease their morale by 400 points, and then constant increases your strength, both attack and defense, by 300 for every politician he battles. So if he's battling against someone, he gets an extra 300 strength points. So if he's battling against them, if they're attacking him, he gets 300 defense. If he's attacking them, he gets 300 attack if he's going against someone with a politician in that land. So if the land's battling him. Joseph Stalin, on the other hand, is a little bit the opposite. Here it's decrease your morale one time, decrease your morale by 200 points, and your opponent's by 400 points. So immediately, one time, those two morales are adjusted, and then constant, if he occupies an Asian land, increase your attack by 1,000 points. So he might decrease your morale, which no one really likes to do, but he also decreases other people's morale and increases your strength. So you really have to judge, do I want this card? Or am I willing to just discard it? Much like Hitler's, there's always a negative to some of these cards. The people like Stalin, Mao Zedong, some of these people that were not or were very vicious leaders or dictating leaders. So those are the cards that we have right now. If you have any questions, please put them in the comments. That way we'll be able to add a little more help when it comes to this. Also with the Vesuvius deck, with the pre-orders, we had just enough decks to fill the pre-orders, and there were some errors on it. So we are actually going to be replacing your decks completely with the new decks without the errors. The reason why with the errors is our printer actually got the wrong files. So this was our fault. So we will be replacing your decks with another deck without the errors. So thanks so much for pre-ordering. It's an added bonus for pre-ordering. You get a second deck basically because there were some mistakes. But thanks for the pre-orders. Thanks for visiting us for this Tutorial Tuesday, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon. Bye. If you have any comments or questions, add them to the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you tomorrow, actually. Take care. Bye.